Hello everybody, I hope you're all feeling grand. I am Tickety Boo, and look at the Christmas cactus go. Look at her bloom. Ooh, she's pretty. It's an absolutely glorious day outside. However, it was not glorious yesterday. It absolutely lashed it down from morning till night, and I'd sold a really lovely Mexican style. It wasn't Mexican, unfortunately. If it was, I would have kept it. A beautiful red embroidered Mexican style little blouse on eBay, and that's the only thing that someone had paid for, so I had to go out and sell it. And I waited all day for just a break in the rain. It was that kind of rain that comes at you like someone's chucked a bucket of water over you, and it never ever 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 stops. It just kept coming and coming and coming, and it was freezing cold outside. Listen to me moan and whine. Anyway, I was all dry in the house, and I'd found some fleecy insoles that I'd forgotten about, and I'd been suffering from the thin, sparse inner sole of some house boots that I'd been wearing that had been ruining my life for weeks. And then I remembered I had these massive, like inch deep, fluffy inner soles. Put them in. Oh, glided around the house like some sort of fleecy souls angel. And yeah, anyway, so I went to the post office with this one parcel, and it was such a miserable experience. Everyone was so battered that I thought, oh, I'll just pop into Home Bargains. Uh-oh. Chez Bourgeon had all their Christmas food in. It was all on the shelves. And now I've got a food hangover. Look at this filth. So you're thinking, lightweight. I just want to, well, let me explain. I used to be rock, like full rock and roll. Now I'm extremely comfortable with just the roll. No rock for me, thanks. Um, so yeah, in the 90s, I was the only vegan in the country, if not the world. I lived on dust and leaves, hardcore. And then I was an organic food pioneer. And I don't eat meat, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't take drugs, I don't do anything. I just go out shopping for knickknacks and treasure hunting in the flea market and the charity shops. So you can imagine what kind of devastation these caused to my system. And it wasn't just these. Obviously, I was forced to buy these because it was such a miserable rainy day. But they also had the Holy Grail Mackey's of Scotland pickled onion flavour crisps. Not anymore. And Disco Mackey's prawn cocktail held bells and buckets of blood. Perfect for sharing, not a chance. However, I just absolutely smashed these mini rum truffle cakes last night. And I swear to God, I've only got one working eye today, and that's not even working that well. Hang on. Maybe I need a hair of the dog. Look at that absolute filth. Oh my God. Do you know what? I'm not sure if you analysed it, it would even constitute food. But it's so nice. And it's the perfect size to just in. What did they say? Chaveau de chien? Chaveau de chien? Is that dog horse? Is that hair of the horse? Hair of the dog? Cheval? No, that's horse. Chaveau de chien. I've eaten it. I had to peel it off the roof of my mouth. Not a problem. It was delicious, and I think it's actually worked. I think it was the best treatment, hair of the dog. Anyway, if you haven't got your tea, go and get it now. Press pause, and I'll just wait here for you. Go get your tea. Tea already? Brilliant. Well done. I'm not doing Christmas this week because, look, it's all still piled up there. Oh God, it hasn't changed. I just left it as I left it from last week. But I've been out foraging in the flea market and the thrift stores, and I found some absolute, well, gold, but like metaphoric gold, uh, including a Sprouts face mask. Oh, yes, I am. So lovely. This week's Feelgood Friday vlog is going to be a completely eclectic collection of all the bits and pieces I've found probably over the last 2 weeks. Because I've been distracted with the Christmas business shenanigans, put the trees up and everything like that. I haven't really been keeping a tabs on the other things I bought, but so it's going to just come in as I put my hands on it. It's just all over the house. The best thing that happened was, I still don't know what you actually call it, if I actually manifest it, or someone suggested it's called cosmic ordering or something like that. But anyway, I mean, uh, I don't know what it's called. But all my stuff, all my jewels and my vintage treasures are just stashed everywhere. They're just kind of all over the place. I walk through the door and I just kind of empty my pockets into, I've got this like green swan, and I've got vases, jars, dishes, bowls, tables, and I just put it everywhere. And I'm starting to worry that because it's sort of like, building up, it's not valuable. It's just, I care about it. It's not diamonds and gold and that kind of stuff. It's just my vintage little treasures. And I'm starting to worry that it's going to get damaged. So I thought, right, I need to bite the bullet and do something a little bit boring and find some proper storage. Vases and jars and swans are no longer fit for purpose. So I thought, right, today's the day, flea market day. It was last Wednesday. I thought, right, I'm going to just solely focus on finding some proper storage. Walked through the sliding doors of the flea market, and there it all was, just there on the floor, covered in spilt coffee, in amongst a few cigarette butts. But I mean, a more perfect collection of storage clobber I couldn't wish to ask for. So I'm going to put it on the table and show you what I found. Yes, please. Look at that. It was on the floor in front of one of my favourite traders' tables. He comes every week. He's the loveliest man. He's so jolly. His face is so friendly. He just absolutely personifies sweetness. He's lovely. He's like he's like a Christmas elf. Anyway, it was at the front. Someone had spilt their coffee on it because they're not Christmas elves. Not everyone is as lovely as him. And but inside it's immaculate. It's one of those Jolly Grace makeup cases. And thank you, universe. So I went up to ask him how much he was asking for it, and in front of him on his other table was this. Thank you. I'll take that. I said, how much are your 2 storage boxes, please? The tall pink one and the makeup case. He said, £5 each, or if you take them both, £8. I said, sold, sir. Thank you so much. Do you know, honestly, you'd think that you'd have to paint that, but it's literally gifted to me. It's one of those IKEA ones. I can't remember what they're called. It's like, one of the IKEA classics that it just goes, and you're supposed to buy it raw wood and paint it yourself. Someone's done it. Thanks very much. Couldn't match better. So I brought those home. I bleached them, scrubbed them, hoovered them, cleaned them, completely sterilised them, and I'm absolutely thrilled about it. And what happened the next day was even better. It was just like the universe thrown me some love, because I went over to a museum because I'd enrolled to one of their talks, but their Facebook page said it starts at 12. Apparently, when you get there, they tell you that that's a mistake and it actually starts at 1. I couldn't stay. So I was over there, so I thought I might as well go for a bit of a treasure hunt, a bit of a mooch. So just as the shop was about to close in another small town, I went in, and on the floor was this vintage, I'd say circa 80s, maybe early 90s, Thomas Bacconi classics, mahogany, possibly veneered, a jewellery box. £10. I'll take it. It's amazing. Look, it's got lifty uppy. Oh, look, I'm wearing a Christmas jumper for you. That's a new one. This is good. It was going to be part of the haul, but ta-da! So it's got the velvety line sections on the top, and the best thing of all, literal treasure chest. Oh God, fabulous. Now I did put one or two pieces in here, but I but I hoovered it, cleaned it, sellotaped it, sterilised it. Look at all those drawers are ready to be stuffed with treasure. Overjoyed, can't believe it. £10, get it in the car. From another lovely man who actually carried it to my car for me. It's such a rare moment. I've got a story. Brace yourselves. So, you know, life for most women is just one long series of injustice and stolen opportunities after another. Yeah, it is. Well, sometimes there is a small break in the clouds. Sometimes there is a small break in the chain of unfairness and discrimination. And in that break, if you're fast, you can just squeeze through, jump the fence, and catch a break. Something like this. See that BH just there? Well, I'd spent the entire night previously just trolling through the internet, just learning about beautiful things. And that night before, I learned that BH stands for Buch and Dichtman. And I'm sorry, I'm sure I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. But they produce some incredible brutalist jewellery. Look at this stonking chonker. This, which again it's a nice, smart, mid-century piece. This is a faux pearl, but it's a lovely, chic, stylish design. No stamp on the back, but it has Express on the chain. If I can get that for you. There you go, Express. And they were a nice sort of company. They made some nice stuff. Not in the same league as this B&H, but B&D. I keep saying B&H. What's B&H? Benson and Hedges. B&D, different league. Victorian Whitby Black Jet mourning necklace in the form of a snake. So anyway, I can't remember what he charged me for the whole lot. I had no idea what these were, but when I got home and they were all sort of rolling around the bottom of my bag, I saw this. I thought, that's a funny shape. I went, that's a snake. Can you see it? That's a snake. That's a snake's head. Closer inspection. 5-second Google. Thank you very much. What else? I got a couple of other pieces from it as well. Let me show you. I've got this. I think this is like a modern piece made by someone probably trading on Etsy. Massive shell necklace. A big statement piece. I'm a little bit obsessed with shell jewellery at the moment. I probably won't wear this because it's quite loud and I've got very sensitive hearing. So that's that. What else did I get? Oh yeah, I got this from the big knot of jewellery as well. Now this is a bit of a mystery. I thought this was probably just plastic, but But what is strange is it's on a sterling silver chain. I wonder if that's just the wrong chain. It's not actually sterling silver, it's rolled gold, so it's better than gold plated. I don't understand. Anyway, that's Medusa. Lovely bit of gothic jewellery there. I would wear it, definitely. I'm really getting into that sort of gothic look. I was never a goth as a child or when I was young, but I always really admired the whole aesthetic. I think it's fantastic. I've bought recently. I bought some sort of not black gothic, but you know, like russet gothic, sort of Victorian Edwardian style clothes, fashion. I picked up a lovely waistcoat the other day. I'll show you later. So that was an absolute joy. I got my storage scores and my feminist triumph there. Other little bits and pieces I've collected over the days are, I'll just run through them. A little miner's lamp in the form of a brooch with a bow. I don't know, perhaps this was to be worn by a wife or a mother or a loved one of someone working in the mines. That's quite unusual. I've seen some online that are silver and they're quite expensive, but this is not silver. I don't know anything about it. It's just interesting. It's got a little piece of plastic inside that looks like a flame. So it's a Davy lamp on a bow. It's quite heavy. Style, a little bit of rolled amethyst on a leaf. That's quite suffragette themed, styled, but quite late. I think it's probably 80s, maybe. Yeah. Gone from the purple to the black tweed perfume box because I think the camera is freaking out with the purple. So there we go. I found this little soldo. I think it's gold plated, but it's not stamped. It's just stamped soldo on the back there. And it's an Irish harp with green stone, possibly agate. And that is lovely. I might put that on a chain and list that for sale on eBay. I think they're about £20. What's next? Vintage, possibly Victorian, etched sterling silver heart locket. Echo enamel tie pin. These I thought was fascinating. It's stamped silver on the bottom, but what is this? It's like a sort of mineral, but it's also feels like glass. Do you know what that is, please? Can you tell me in the comments? I've searched online, but I don't even know what to look for, really. It's lovely. I just don't know what it is. Thank you. Beautiful. It's getting more my style. Vintage 80s Elizabeth Taylor style earrings with big crystals and matte gold base. Nice. Not signed though. Thought they might be signed, but they're lovely vintage. These would be the earrings that finally convinced me to get my ears pierced, but I'm the most squeamish person in the world, so I haven't. And I don't even wear clip-ons because they're just like, are just a bit too squeamy. But they're fantastic. Vintage, I'd say 50s or 60s. Gold tone, Sputnik Cosmic Starburst, you know, celestial earrings. They're pierced, obviously, as I just explained, with a, do you know, it sort of could be real, but if I list them for sale, I wouldn't say they were real. But they do feel a bit gritty, and the style and design is just fantastic. Worthy of a real pearl, but probably not. Costume. Fabulous. Next, modern, I think. I mean, literally, possibly, you know, made last week, but matches just really, really nicely with those 50s jobs. Is this 925 silver ring? It has a gold look to it, a gold tone to it, so it might be gold plated, and that might be a real freshwater pearl. I don't know. They look good. A set of freshwater pearl drop earrings with sterling silver hoops. This, a little piece of heaven. Hang on if it will focus. Possibly Edwardian, I'm not sure, but it's a split bar 9-carat gold bar brooch with there we go, with a spinning pearl in the center. Very nice. I think I will list that for sale. I think they go for around about 35, 42, that type of thing. So there we go. Yeah, don't they all look nice together? Can you hear that scratching? Begonia coconut has arisen. Hi, darling. Did you have a nice sleep? Yeah. Kisses. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Yeah. Okay, let's get you some lunch. Next, I was just passing the shop and popped in for a second. I was on my way somewhere else and found this little gold tone camel. He's adorable, looks like a baby, but he's also one of them, you know, little trinket box things. Very cute. I think he was £2 and I think they sell for 20. But he's going to go in there. Perfect. Bunty out. Here we go. This I found when I went to that talk that was cancelled. I think this is modern. I think this is by Lavisa, which is just a regular fashion brand online. But it's got a fantastic modernist 1960s style design. So lovely. At the same time, in the same shop, I found this, and I mean, it looks and feels lethal. In focus. It's one of those, you know, raised, looped, hooped stainless steel jobs. The reason I bought it is because I've got the earrings to match, and I thought they were vintage, but I wasn't too sure. And now I'm pretty sure it's not vintage, but it's fabulous. They look like those sea creatures, you know, the anemones, anyway, one of them. How many seconds do you give it before your hair is completely irretrievably tangled up in that? And you have to get the scissors out. Oh, it looks good though. It looks like little balls of moss on the roof. Did you kick it off? I'm not one of those who can easily hide. Hi! Was that nice? Was that nice? Did you enjoy that? Yeah. Have your salmon. Yeah. Good girl. And another thing I bought a few weeks ago at the flea market was this absolutely rancid, filthy, slimy, dirty bit of tat. Sorry about it. And I brought it straight home and put it in a bucket of bleach. Hang on, I'm gonna have to have a bit of a cuddle. Back in a minute. Here we go. It's an aquarium ornament for my imaginary aquarium that I dream about but will never ever do. But I think the original colour was pink and it's by some sort of aquarium coral ornament designer. I can't tell you how gross it was. I paid £2 for it and I thought I'm going to really enjoy cleaning that. Turns out I didn't really enjoy it at all. But I think it looks great and it's also perfect for displaying certain types of necklaces, like this one that I bought. This is a vintage one. Hang on, let me check the brand. It's LD Adpa. Sorry, I can't pronounce it properly, but I think it's an Indian sort of a, you know, can I help you? Mid-range designer. Vintage. I think it's possibly 90s, but it's gorgeous. Yeah. Yeah, so I thought it would look great for displaying jewellery. Why do you choose violence? I got this book a few weeks ago. A lady who works in the shop, she loves cats too, and she looks out for things that I might like. Hang on, I don't want that to break. Is that good for scratching? Good for scratching? Yeah. Well, I thought it was going to be a jewellery display stand, but clearly it's a new scratching post. Or rubbing post. So yeah, I thought this was good. 100 Secret Thoughts Cats Have About Humans by Celia Haddon. It's a cute little book, and I thought this was good. What's she thinking? She's thinking thoughts. Do you want to go outside in the sunshine while it lasts? Do you want 2 minutes in the sunshine? Come on then, let's go. I thought I'd just show you outside because it's such a beautiful day. And look what's happened. Stabby Mahonia is in full bloom. Well, about to be. Isn't that amazing? And they said that they absolutely refuse to grow in pots. I don't listen to a word they say. Glorious. And this is what the rest of the garden looks like. Look, it's still very much in leaf. And some of them are even in bloom. They probably would have been in better bloom if I'd carried on deadheading. But I just sort of came inside and shut the door on them all. It's still unseasonably green. Global warming, innit? Anyway, it's the Bee Gees. I think that's the end of the jewellery. I know there's more, but I just don't know where it is. I will soon with my new storage. It's all going to be filed and labelled and completely in beautiful order. But now I'm going on to random bits of other pieces. Beautiful piece of 80s vintage Mikasa crystal glass frame with ginkgo leaf relief and etching. It's actually for sale on my eBay if you're interested. I think it's up for £20. Cuteness, little baby jelly beans, little thing with a little cute face going, would you like some jam on that? Or would you prefer some honey? Sorry, I'm losing it. I think it's them rumbles. And another weird little thing. Hello. This is a needle felt lion. Who could resist? I couldn't. Look at its legs. It stands slightly on the wonk, but it is rather fabulous. It's got blue eyes. I thought it was maybe an Aslan lion, but I'm not sure Aslan was white with blue eyes. Was he just a regular lion? I don't know, but look at him. Amazing. Amazing. Slightly a wonky lion. Yes, love. I know exactly how you feel. Needle felt fox. Anyone? Currently listed on eBay for £6, along with his little lion friend, who is listed for £20. Come and get him. She's back. And she's not for sale. Boop. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She loves, by the way, if you'd watched my previous videos, she loves her scratching Christmas house. She's absolutely mad for it. I never, ever, ever catch her scratching, even though she's in it all the time, kind of scratching away. But I never get the camera ready in time. But I've got a great picture of it. I think that's the end of everything I can show you from the sort of jewellery and bits and pieces. But you may have spotted that I brought down the large mannequin next to Bunty. I haven't got a name for this mannequin. She definitely needs a name. If you've got any suggestions, please leave them in the comments. I love reading your comments, by the way. Oh, it's so wonderful. I'm thrilled that you're watching and you're enjoying it. Yeah, please just drop me a line. That's amazing. But why I brought her down is because I'm going to show you some clothes that I've got, and mostly it's this year's acquired Christmas jumpers. You've already seen one that I'm wearing, a little flash of that in the mirror. But let me show you the jumper of the year. I love it so much. I only took it off so I could put it on the mannequin to show you. Isn't it amazing? I saw it a few weeks ago in the charity shop and I thought, oh my God, that's just the dream. But it's so small and it's that nylon acrylic that doesn't really have any stretch. It's got no give in it. And it's just a really, really, really small size. And I thought, there's no way. But I was in there the other day and I just couldn't live without it. So I bought it and I put it on and it's so tight I can't bend my arms. But that's okay. I just leave everything at sort of hand height. Oh God, I love it so much. It's amazing. Caused a bit of a chaotic riot on Facebook when I posted the picture. Another friend of mine, Dilith, uh, she really wanted one, so I hope she managed to find one on eBay. But I'm too scared to ask her in case she didn't get it, and then we're both sad. But she'll be all right. I'm sure she'll be all right. Are you all right, Dilith? Next. Next was another complete stroke of weird coincidence. Is it that cosmic ordering thing again? While I was talking about the other jumper that I've just shown you, I was talking about the one that you can get on eBay, for like 20 quid, and they come up every year. Walked into another charity shop, and it was literally hanging on the wall, new with tags. £5. Yes, please. Say that. I absolutely adore finding vintage shoes, especially when they're in this kind of good condition. These are beautiful black satin embellished little dancing shoes with beads and diamantes. They're made in Hong Kong and they are a perfect fit. I'm a size 5, but sometimes, it's irrelevant because a size 5 in a vintage shoe could be a modern 3. Or sometimes it comes up like a 6. It's just random. But these fit like literal gloves for your trotters. Oh my God, they're amazing. Heaven. Also found this gold. Unfortunately, these are an 8 and they are pretty much a modern 8, so they're too big for me, which I'm really, really sad about because they are amazing. I'm not sure if the camera does them justice, but they are incredibly comfortable. This sort of gold mesh is just like putting slippers on. They've got diamante encrusted ovoids, would you call them? Gems, anyway, and the heels are fabulous. Let me show you the heels. I think these are 60s or 70s. And Libra shoes were designer. There's a couple of missing crystals on this one, but not the end of the world. There we go, look at that. Aren't they incredible? 50s, 60s, possibly 70s, but I would say more 60s. They are listed at the moment in my eBay, and I'll put a link in the description underneath the video. So if you're interested, have a look. Check out my eBay, that would be fantastic. These are listed for £42. And so here we are, finally. The pièce de résistance. The star of the show. I went into the last shop in the last street on my last call of the day, and I saw it and I left it. I left the shop and I went about 5 yards and I turned around on my heels and ran back to the shop and bought it. Take a leave us only, please. Believe us, we ain't never gonna be respectable. Oh God, this is modern. It's from Amazon, I think. I think they retail for about £60, and it's new with tags. I bought it from a charity shop for £6, and it is just an instant flashback to the most glamorous part of the end of the 80s and the turn of the 90s. It's Mel and Kim, it's Yaz, it's The Only Way Is Up, it's Dior, it's Versace, it's everybody. Oh, it's the dream. It's the absolute dream. It's gold. It's not gold, Spandau Ballet. It's gold, gold. Oh, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It's tiny. It's just for show. I'm keeping it. And it's probably going to absolutely launch a huge late 80s, early 90s, just like treasure haul hunt search, as much as I can get my hands on. I am going in. I am going in so deep I might never come back out again. It's absolutely amazing. Oh God! So that what more can I say? Please join me again next week. I hope you've enjoyed this week. If you did, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up just under there. Just there. Just go. Boop. Thank you. And I would be absolutely delighted if you could subscribe. I'm getting more subscribers by the week and it just thrills me. It's amazing. I love it so much and I love your comments. Thanks everybody. It takes me a while to find them sometimes. I might reply to them a little bit late, but sorry, it's just I can't figure out YouTube at all. Too much rock and roll in the 90s. But oh, thanks again. Take care. Have a lovely week and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.